Hey there, it's Reagan from Prima Coffee, and today we are checking out the Mazzer Kony S. The Kony S is the same great durable grinder, but this one features a bunch of new fun refinements. It has 63mm conical burrs and is a low RPM grinder, making it great for a high volume cafe setting. So you can see on the outside that the Kony S has a beautiful new modern aesthetic. It has also a really durable, nice on and off switch here on the side. It has an aluminum die cast body. And the new display screen is rather large, making it easy to navigate, and the buttons are very convenient as well. It is 44 pounds, so it is a big grinder. It stands 25.5 inches high, 16.5 inches long, and 10.5 inches wide, so it does take up quite a bit of counter space. The hopper has a 1,300 gram capacity. And apart from all of these really nice, beautiful outward features, it has really convenient ones as well that we're excited to tell you about. One of the cool things about it is now you can clean your grinder without losing the grind setting you've been using, thanks to the separate and removable adjustment collar. It also features a separate unattached reference dial, and that makes it really easy to align your burrs back to 0. So in addition to all of the fun things going on outside, there's really cool new features on the inside, like a dual fan cooling system. It also has automatic and manual grind options. So by pushing the portafilter up against the activation pin, you can just grind like that. Or if you want to grind using this button, it allows you to start and stop as you wish. It provides the ability to track daily and total dose counts, as well as different functions that allow for an automatic pause. And doing this, you can program it for a certain amount of time, and then somewhere between 30% and 90% of the total dose, it can stop. That gives the barista the option to stop and level the grinds mid-grind and then keep going. Or if you're trying to pull both a single and double shot, you can just time it out to streamline the process. In addition to that, there's also grind flow control. It comes with options. There is the hybrid option that comes standard in it, and that's anti-clump and anti-dust. And if you want to just do the anti-dust option, you can easily access it through here. The display screen does show your total and daily dose count. It allows you to set a maximum dose cap and shows both the time and date. And because of the technology in here, even when the grinder's turned off, it will stay up to date and your time and date will stay consistent. In addition to that, the Kony S has Wi-Fi compatibility. However, we have not successfully been able to access and stay connected using it. So when trying to navigate the display setting, it's very simple. Just make sure it's on and it'll pop up. It'll show on the main screen the total number of doses ground so far, and there are 3 different settings of time settings that you can program. There is a list button, or that's what it looks like, and you press that and that takes you to all of your settings. So the first option, there's grind setting. You can use these arrows up and down to navigate it. There's settings, information, and service. Under the grind settings, to access that, you press the list button again, and it gives you dosing time options, which allows you to set these 1, 2, and 3 buttons. You can press back, and that's where you can program the grinding pause. And to do this, you choose one of the doses that you have already programmed and decide at what % do you want the dose to stop. And the next is to actually activate that pause. So you can have this set without activating it. There is working mode, and this determines if you want to grind using the keyboard or the portafilter setting. In your general settings, you have languages. The Kony S offers 19 different language options. It allows you to set the date, the clock, and the display, and that would be brightness and standby time. And then lastly is the connection, and that is how you connect to the Wi-Fi. It provides information, the different modes, and certifications of this grinder. If you go back to the main screen, you can go down to information, and this will provide you with your dose counter, your daily stats, any alerts about maintenance, of your burrs history, what firmware version is currently installed. Another great feature on the Kony S is the ability to adjust the portafilter fork. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, you can loosen these screws and adjust it up and down. And using the same screwdriver, there are screws on the side that allow you to move the individual forks up and down. And it also comes with replacements for different sizes, which is very convenient. Do make sure that when you're adjusting it for the activation pin, that it aligns perfectly. Changing the grind setting on the Kony S is incredibly simple. And like I said before, thanks to the adjustment collar, once you've set your grind setting, you can clean your grinder and not worry about losing that, which is really convenient. It's easy to turn thanks to this handle, and for every notch is a 3-second change in brew time. To go coarser, you move it clockwise, and to get finer, you can go counterclockwise. Underneath the collar is what Mazzer calls the grind disc nut, and this prevents the grind from changing any dramatic amount. It gives a span of about 4 to 5 inches to adjust the collar, and that's it. And it can be slid back and forth to increase or lessen that span. Also, resetting the 0 on the Kony S is really easy, which is nice. To do that, you remove the hopper, which there is a screw that you can just twist out and it pops right off. And then using a Phillips head, remove these screws, and then you can manually turn it until the burrs are touching. Push that back a hair and then line it up with the marker to 0, and your burrs are back at their starting point. And then it's as simple as putting your hopper right back on. The Mazzer Kony S is the ideal primary espresso grinder for a high volume cafe thanks to its durability, consistency, and awesome new upgrades. You can find it online at primacoffee.com, and thanks for watching.